you're using the Quran as a way to. Dude, you can't even do polygamy right, bro. You can't even keep a woman there. So you gonna tell me that I'm an idiot when Velvet is out here embarrassing your ass, but I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot, but yet Velvet is telling all your business, but I'm an idiot. And every time Velvet tell all your business, don't you take her back. And yet she continues to destroy your little sex code. You're the one putting all your stuff out there because you're an idiot. The stuff that you know is illegal, you're putting out there. And now you got a bigger problem because now Malia is sick. And instead of getting the treatment that she needs, she listening to your crazy ass and not getting treatment. You're a stupid bitch. Let's talk about it. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about Malia may have HIV. Let's talk about Malia. And you want to try to lie about it. But yet her medications say something different. And you're an idiot. And I'm an idiot. You up here beating on women and admitting that you beat on women, threatening the United States, and your stupid ass is now a U.S. citizen and can't go back to South America. And I'm a fucking idiot, dum-dum. How am I an idiot when your ass fucked your own godforsaken organization up, damn near broke right about now, and now to the point that you got to get loans in order to make it, got to be on Bebo in order to make it. You're right back in Babylon doing Babylon things, stupid bitch. You out here working like everybody else, you dumb having ass. The only difference is you out here on the godforsaken Bebo making money. You fraud having bitch. And I'm an idiot. Bro, I can walk the floor with your ass in knowledge, you stupid bitch, but yet I'm an idiot. You went to jail in Hawaii because your stupid ass didn't want to wear a godforsaken mask, and I'm a fucking idiot. Really. How am I an idiot when your ass couldn't even keep your cash cow? You couldn't even keep...
We're having audio technical difficulties. So while I try to fix that situation, I'm going to play a track from a has-been DJ who has issues. Stay tuned, stay involved, and stay listening.
put you in jail. I do. I know exactly how to put your motherfucking ass in jail. And if that was the case, Allegio, if it was like that, why is it when I said that if kids are over there, you gonna get in trouble? Why is it you now making sure that all these girls can't have kids by you? And why are you making them have abortions, Allegio? If I was a threat, you stupid bitch.
Yo, this is your has-been washed up DJ with issues. How's it going? Did you recognize my voice on that track? Yeah. If she only knew what was really going on. You know, she don't know the half about his lordship. I ain't done nothing to demonstrate that I'm a DJ. I mean, I do mix, but anybody can mix in 2021. That's why it's hella funny to it's hella funny to see Nature Boy struggle to mix when he's live on Big O. I mean, he has a great playlist. You can get a playlist suggestions from anywhere. You can use anybody else suggested playlist. When you're playing that commercial music, that government music, that Italian and Jewish owned manufactured music with the black artists, they already paved the way for you to be cool. All you got to do is play their music that they play on the radio over and over, and you use their top 20, top 40 list, and it's a win-win situation. Unless you live in a district or a region where they have their own music that's only hitting in their area, and then you got to incorporate that also. but it's so easy to play black commercial music now that there's a club, I don't even want to say the name, but there is a club I'm aware of where they have a white DJ and some lower middle class whites like the party there, and they have tennis shoes hanging from the ceiling. They got pictures of Run DMC and stuff on the wall, and right by the dance floor they have a huge ghetto blaster, like a picture of a ghetto blaster, and then they have an art display of a bunch of different ghetto blasters behind a frame. You steal it, but it's all glued together. It's like 50 ghetto blasters spray painted and glued together into one art piece. And when the white DJ is playing the top 20 or top 40 of black music, the urban music, the white crowd knows all the lyrics and they be feeling it. I mean, they be feeling it. And I ain't talking about just commercial. I'm talking about regional too. So I can give a little bit of it away. When they play Mac Dre, Mac Dre or E40 or something like that, or Sage the Gemini, they are very loyal to their region, and the white folks go crazy, as well as the blacks. But it's just a weird feeling when you're in a metropolitan city that's mixed. You go into a club, black music, black people on the walls, black culture, white DJ, white crowd, and they're doing the black thing better than you. You can't find another black club with the same experience that you can experience the same thing safely. Now you can have a more down, soulful, straight up thing with just your group, but it won't be as safe and fun as how they're celebrating your blackness. If I didn't make that sound too strange. So yeah, I got many screens on right now. I got VIX is on one of my computers. I had Queen Ops on one of my phones. I got Latanya Live on one of my devices. So your boy is nuttered up right now. I got the Nutter Tools. This is Grand Central right here. And at the beginning of the show, I was showing another Latanya, a Russian Latanya that was really popping. You know how, so you say that's true, huh? Well, you know how Latanya likes to compare us to other channel holders to make us feel bad. Let me see if I can fix that. Let me see if I can fix that. We're buffering. You might not experience it right now, but we are buffering. Junior just got his super gaming, super duper, super, game system. So he hogging the Wi-Fi. Yeah, so hopefully, if we continue to do this, then I can't do this. I gotta have streaming so many people right now, and cut the Wi-Fi off for some of these systems. Okay. Disconnect. There we go. That's what it is. I got too many things on Wi-Fi. Let me see. Yeah, it's buffering on my end. What's up, Reefa? What's up? It's buffering, but I just took care of it. I'm streaming too many things. I got too many people streaming right now. You see what I'm saying? All right, we good. We are good. Cool. Yeah, don't get caught up in the crossfires. So, yeah, his lordship did his has been washed up DJ thing at the beginning, and this Latanya from Russia had over 600 people in her room, and people wanting to talk to her and popping up and on Big O, and all kind of nice people, nice looking people. So, how she be trying to tell us about other channel holders that be getting more views than us talking about Nature Boy and all that stuff. Well, I just showed you someone that looks just like her, same body type and everything, and she was more popping on Big O than she ever been. And she live on I'm chilling, Reefa. I am chilling. I got a little vodka and a little cranberry and cran grape. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like the sound quality of my Urban Matrix, so I'm gonna stick with my my Rhodes Wireless Go system. I'm gonna stick with that, and with the dead cat when necessary. I'm gonna stick with the Rhodes Wireless Go system with the lavalier mic. Sounds better than using the earpods as a mic for a live show, but I was very satisfied with the visuals. And yeah, your girl is live.
Never contacted, but the police and the ambulance were never called either. I verified that shit. You never called no damn ambulance. The ambulance never called.
You know what? I got an idea. Let's address her lies in real time while she's live, because she's on repeat and she's on self roast right now. So there's only 2 people in her chat, and nobody is agreeing with anything she's saying, but she's she's gonna go on and on and on. So let's address some of her lies, and then maybe we'll mess around with these animated mannequins right here. These very odd American Horror Story type mannequins we got right here. Maybe we could do some weird stuff with these mannequins. Okay, Puppet Master in the building with the dope troll name. So let's address. Look, I got the volume down, and as soon as I raise the volume, I bet $5 we're gonna hear live. Let's raise the volume.
HIV test correctly. Because number one, you ain't supposed to eat before you take it. But you did. So those results wouldn't be accurate anyway.
She said you ain't supposed to eat before taking an HIV test. Can anybody verify that? Do anybody have knowledge? She has a knowledge. Her knowledge of everything is amazing, isn't it? Amazing. Now, this is my animation software. It is. I'm sharing my screen, and I am messing around with some animation. So, that's what you see right there. But let's raise the volume and see if we hear another lie. I shouldn't call them lies. I should say, I need a general word, but most of it is just it's not really a lie, it's just misinformation, and then she can't comprehend what she sees and hears sometimes. Bless her heart.
And then roll over on baby. Well, I'm sorry, roll on baby and then kill herself. Why, Alicia? Why is it that Mariah Kelly killed her mama? Right after.
Oh, okay, that's not true. I didn't think that was true, but you know what it was? The person who was showing the video, I think that person might have said that he had food in his mouth or something, or he just drank something or something, and that can affect the outcome. So it's not the food in your stomach, but if you're swabbing the mouth and then you take a sip of liquor or something like that, that might have an effect. But trust me, I shouldn't say that because then I sound like Latanya. But what I will say, in my opinion, I wouldn't doubt that he did research on how to get around the test before he took the test. So if that research says if you drink any liquor or anything or gargle with peroxide, I don't know, that can mess up the test. Trust me, he's smart enough to know to look up something and try to get around things. But the way they were so nervous doing it and playing around and so secretive about how they were doing it and fumbling around, I'm just going to say I don't think the test was accurate just based on how they handled it. But as far as what she's saying, because she speaks so matter-of-factly, like it's a fact that he ate, and because he ate, that test is no. Imagine if you had to deal with someone like that in real life. Imagine if you had to deal with someone like Latanya in real life. Imagine if there were 12 Latanyas on the jury. I would just lunge at the judge, and have the bailiffs and the sheriffs tackle me, and I would just keep repeating, forget court, just give me 10, just put me up, because there's 12 Latanyas over there. This is a witch hunt. I'm not going to get a fair trial at all. I'm not. He Googled it. You believe he Googled it? Dr. Amir? No, Bright Street. I'm seeing things. Oh, hey, Dr. Amir Quele. He Googled it? I swear to God, I think he Googled it first. Because, because I do film work, right? I stream. You don't know what transpired before the camera turned on and when the camera turned off. And you only seeing one side of the camera. It's not a 360 camera. You notice how he never used a 360 camera? They done had enough money to buy a 360 camera. If all of them in one room and they're a group and they're a cult, how come they only use the camera to face one direction? They should have a 360 camera. It's old technology. And while you're watching Carbonation, you can move the camera around and look at everybody on your own. The reason why it's only facing one way is so you can stand behind the scene and direct. There's no way you could direct with a 360 camera. Everybody would have to have earpieces, and you would have to be somewhere with a remote camera. There's no way you can direct and not get caught on camera. So let's turn up the volume. Now see, I'm not hating on you, girl. It's just that when you keep talking about other people who are trying to do the same thing, if you trying to go after this co-leader, just go after him. You don't have to compare yourself to other people. You ain't got to insult what other people do. Now, since I make videos and go live, if I want to diss somebody else who make videos and go, you should be making videos and, you should be doing more than making videos or something, it might seem kind of, like, okay, he make videos too, so maybe he means something. But when you got people who don't make videos telling people who do make videos not to make videos, why? Because you can't make none? Because you don't know how to make videos, and you don't know how to have a professional production or intro and all that stuff, presentation. It don't take much to be professional. You want to tell everybody else to stop doing it so you won't look bad, so you won't look like the oddball. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, what's up, Observer? You missed the Russian equivalent to the bonnet earlier. But we're going to play around with this mannequin in a minute. But I was playing Latanya live on Instagram, and of course she has his name in the title, and even with his name in the title, you done burnt that you done beat that horse so many times that don't even get you views anymore, because there's only 4 people in the chat, and they are not saying anything because they scared of getting kicked out of the chat room. They're not. I like a conversation, a two-way conversation. You know what I'm saying? Notorious B in the building. Oh, you know what? They do have cool mannequins. They do have an iOS app with mannequins in it, because I use it for my storyboarding for shooting a film. I use it for storyboarding, and it's hella cool. I don't know what, I guess it's called Mannequin. But that app for mannequins in iOS is cool. But right here I'm using real animation software. It's amateur animation software. I'm very fond of Poser because it's easy to use, and you can also use Python script. And the reason why it's called Python is because the Mighty Python had created a script long before Flash and all that stuff to move their animated characters on the screen when they had their Mighty Python shows. Notorious B, long time no see, in the building. Let me see here. Oh, you need one for Windows? Well, I'm using Poser on the PC, and I've been using Poser since version 4, and I probably got 2011 and 2014 on my computer right now. She has no social skills, and she is incapable of having a conversation with other people, and then want to criticize you for having a civil conversation. And then, like, she'll watch my videos. She'll watch my video like a week or 2 later, and then come back and try to speak in a different way. Then she would change her tune. It's crazy. It's like the Twilight Zone. Everything that I say, the next 2 weeks later, she'll try to debunk it and speak differently. It's all good. Now look, I'm not hating on her. I'm saying bless her heart. I think that she got ADHD. I think that she's dyslexic, and she don't want to tell nobody. And I think she think that she can just carry on as normal. But this process of live streaming takes a lot of focus. You can't, if you have, bless your heart, if you got some kind of disability, I hope that you can do as good as you can to the best of your abilities. But to try to pretend like you don't have a disability, you leave yourself for ridicule. Now, if it's true that she has a disability, I'd be like, oh, okay, But when you say that you have 2 degrees, and you're an oracle, and you was raised in Germany, and you're an empath, and you're a prophet, then I'm going to be a little critical. I'm sorry. I'm going to be a little critical just because of the claims that you have made. You see what I'm saying? I've never made those claims. If I made those kind of claims, I would expect people will be extra critical on me. If I have a typo in my title or anything like that, I would expect somebody to say something because I'm supposed to be on point. That's why I don't make those types of claims. Even I've been doing music and stuff for a long time. I say there's always more to learn. There's always room to grow. If you ain't seen me online for a while, it's because I'm following tutorials, I'm reading articles, I'm practicing. I'm learning some new VST that I got. Something. Matter of fact, I just downloaded a PDF magazine the other day that'll help me with theory and arrangements and shortcuts and stuff like that. Because, hey, I don't know it all. You say you got ADHD and you're nothing like Latanya. Well, it's in concert. I'm talking about in concert with other issues. You know what I'm saying? In concert. You've been in the lab getting your weight up. I've heard of Blender. Blender been around for a long time. It's nice to be able to converse with another person who's familiar with stuff. I only use Poser and DAZ 4, DAZ, and I use Hexagon. I don't even use DAZ. I just use the Hexagon to create words and stuff. If I want to make words look like buildings or whatever, or just straight up words that I can put in I make stuff that I can put into Poser. You know. You say you oh yeah, he deep with it. Notorious is deep with it. So let's see. Let me raise the volume and see what lies. Like I said, I bet you every time I turn the volume up, there's a lie right on the edge of the cliff.
No. Only thing he'll go to jail for is accessory to the fact. Oh, that's it. He's not gonna go to jail for that. So y'all need to let that go. Because, like I said, there's no evidence that a baby was born in the house. You have no evidence of that. So the FBI gonna tell you they're not even gonna investigate that. I can tell you that. So that's not even gonna fly.
So there is no evidence that Zoka had her baby in that house. How does she know that? Just from what they show on camera? I mean, that's just a small window. That's just like the landing spot for the rover on Mars. You're only going to see the crater and not even the whole crater. That's literally a needle in a haystack. You can only see what they present. And I really don't want to read messages while I'm live, unless it says ching ching or something like that. But I don't want to be distracted by messages while I'm live. I can hear my other device. Oh, see, I got another device on I got another device I need to take off the internet, so make sure we don't buffer. So hold on 1 second, and then we'll play around with this animation stuff too. But yeah, she's telling you she's an expert at what FBI procedures is. She's an expert on disease, an expert on being a midwife or a doula. This is amazing to me. This is amazing. Let me see here. Oh, look at this. Okay, here we go again. So, wow. Now, let me see. Nothing about her says empath, and she's too emotional and manipulative to ever be an empath. throat surgery. Well, if she had throat if something's wrong with her throat, using a oil-based product like a dildo that's made out of, it got to be made out of some kind of synthetic byproduct that came from oil. You'd be surprised all the different types of products can be made from the leftover oil that they can't use for gas and stuff like that, or for your car. They plastic and synthetics and all kind of stuff is trust me, that stuff comes from oil. You put food on it and you shove it down your throat, you're asking for trouble. It might take a year, 2, 5, 10, but you're asking for trouble. You know what I'm saying? Grown folks in the building. Hope you got my message in your DM. Evelyn in the building. Oh yeah, definitely need some Gorilla Glue. So what I need to do is I need to take another device offline to make sure we won't be buffering. So we'll just have a quick audio intermission. When it's all said and done, it's just me and my seat. A whole lot of bills plus a whole lot of, and never could you kill corporation and greed. No matter who you are, you're just a dog on a leash. Give a dog a bone, watch him act like a beast. It's all planned out way before our meet. Many ponds in the game on ICE. Give me 24 hours, 7 days a week. It take all 12 months just to get my cheese. See, it panned out way before our beat. Many ponds in the game on ICE. Give me 24 hours, 7 days a week. It take all 12 months just to get my cheese. Prep, they run the corner, caught the dog on the nap. So you took everything, hit it all with a map. You know I push everything, lost it all, stole it back. Plus niggas these days don't know how to act. Many dogs in the pack with a gun in the rack. Take your best shot, cause you gon' get it back. Same street, same corner, same house with a lack. Same name, same game, same plan of attack. It was all planned out way before our beat. Many ponds in the game on ICE. Give me 24 hours, 7 days a week. It take all 12 months just to get my cheese. See, it panned out way before I beat. Many ponds in the game on ICE. Give me 24 hours, 7 days a week. It take all 12 months just to get my cheese. Gas hella high, but I'm still getting cash. Got my system in the truck with hella shit on the dash. Cause they can't hold me down, got my port with a pass. Overseas VIP, alcohol in the flask. They can't make me stop cause I'm over the top. Put my money in the safe, keep the rest of my side. The guest list the best, the raw man, the mess switch, the gunsmith. One click, then you're not existent. Won't follow me, won't swallow me. Yeah, hollow teas. This is how we do it in the place to be. Many ponds in the game on ICE. Give me 24 hours, 7 days a week. It take all 12 months just to get my cheese. See, it panned out way before I beat. Many ponds in the game on ICE. Give me 24 hours, 7 days a week. It take all 12 months just to get my cheese. Each time we get to some well known is the equals the edge of us, and I know you don't see me. It's out on me, it's not me. If I offer the wide name, each time we get to some well known is the equals the edge of us, so I know you don't see me. It's out on me, it's not me. If I offer the wide That was not enough time. I needed like 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Stress of the world don't follow me. I said the fate of the world won't swallow. Yeah, I didn't know I had it on I didn't know I had it on loop. Anyway, yeah, this stuff is a trip, operating all this stuff. As you can see, sometimes I turn on the camera so you can see everything I'm sitting behind. And I didn't even get a chance to get that other device offline. Let me see. Anyway, yeah, it's one of my only Android devices that I use. Taking that off the Wi-Fi. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I got 6 things in front of me on the Wi-Fi. Slowly knocking them down one by one. So, yeah. Now, one more thing. All this technical stuff. You know what's funny is sometimes people get frustrated and they eventually start chatting in her chat room, but they haven't reached that point yet. Oh, well, right on, Mid-Cled. Thanks for coming through. Because it's going to get weird after this point. It's going to get weird. Because Lordship crazy. He be doing some crazy stuff. But thanks for coming and twerking in the show. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even see that coming. Yeah. So, I'm going to turn her on in the background. Just in case she say something wild. I can hit record.
That's why today he said, well, the only way they can get me is if I got HIV. The only reason he's speaking on it is because it's getting ready to come out that Malia has it.
Let me see.
So he's preparing for that.
Lordship, I came to say hi and going to bed. It is all good. Cassie Pink TV in the building. Welcome.
The problem is that, like I said, it's one thing.
Also, I want you guys to subscribe to this other channel, because it's gonna be like strictly about the music over here.
But for you to put everything out there, every conversation with every parent, no, you don't do shit. You don't do that. You don't do that at all. That's something you keep private, unless the parent wants you to speak out and play.
What crazy is the epiphanies that she have. Everybody tried to tell her that 2 years ago. So anyway, my folks is gonna pop up in the chat room.
But I do. I'm the only one that does. I know exactly who to talk to. I know exactly.
Now, I need you to subscribe to my folks. If you like his Lordship music and stuff like that, then this channel is exclusively about music and stuff, and it's no trolling or no gossiping or no cult stuff, no Latanya stuff. It's just music and stuff like that. You know, maybe interviews, beat making, app suggestions, stuff like that. So hit the boombox. Do you hear that? That's when you know somebody is insane. That's when you know somebody is insane. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find those receipts.
I go out what happened when I.
Let me I'm glad she said that because that shit is crazy. What's up, Diva Tomboy in the building? I hope you like your wallpaper. And Rifa, they're working together. You ain't heard? Yeah, they are working together. I'm still confused to who the real mastermind is. Either Latanya or his lordship. Well, Latanya pays me $150 a week in cryptocurrency so it won't be traced to troll her so she looks like a victim. And then, it helps us both, And she was funded by Nature Boy to try to make us all look bad, to say bad things about us and make us look like the bad guy. So I showed the cryptocurrency receipt in my video. It's unlisted. I showed the Cash App from Nature Boy, which was over $2,000 to Latanya. And she tried to lie and said it was a PayPal donation, and she didn't have it, but it wasn't even PayPal. It was Cash App, and then the other thing was the other thing was cryptocurrency. So right now she's talking about I had every time I turn the volume up, she you hear the first thing you hear is another lie. So right now she's doing damage control because at first she would say he won't dare mention my name because he know that I have the power to shut him down. Well, that's nothing to brag about because a lot of people got hurt, a lot of people caught disease, a lot of people lost money, a lot of people there were deaths. And if you knew how to bring him down years ago, then all of this stuff falls on your hands. Because if you make that claim, I never made that claim. If you're responsible for him going to jail and moving, and you had the power to shut him down at any time, and you didn't, you allowed all these people to get hurt. So I'm looking at the receipts here. It says, "Hey Bishop, Latanya is still coming for you. She claims to have info on you having STDs and committing crimes." Let me pull her show back up on my other device. Just in case she hatch an egg or something. Just in case she hatch an egg, I want to be there. I want to record it. Huh. She got to be live. She must have signed out. Oh no, she's live. There we go.
It's done, and that's why I need to talk to Maria's family.
Okay. Now. Well, Notorious B, make sure you connect with it's called Boombox, but it has an emoji symbol. So if you try to text it, you have to type BOO space BOX. But it's really, I'm using the emoji to make the letter M and stuff like that. And they wouldn't let me use emojis to make the title. So the name of the channel is really all emojis, but they won't let me do it on Google. So, but anyway, somebody texts Nature Boy and says Latanya is still coming for you, and she says she's got info on you having STDs, as if that's somebody's business. But anyway, she Nature Boy says she has nothing on me. Fuck that stupid bitch. You know how she used to be proud that he called her an enigma? But he called her other things prior to that. She ignored all the other things he ever called her, but she wanted to hang on to the word enigma, and because she can't read or comprehend, she thought being called an enigma is was a compliment. And you know what? In rare occasions, in certain social arenas, being called an enigma could possibly be a slight compliment, but based on the context it came from, it was definitely a slight, and only a fool would think it was a compliment. Now, somebody said in my chat one time that I don't watch His Lordship because his shows are too esoteric. And it had me run into the dictionary. I ran to the dictionary and said, I pulled in Latanya. I said, esoteric. Come on. This couldn't possibly be a diss. This couldn't be a diss. So I read the definition of esoteric and I said, I kind of like the definition. I kind of like that term. And then one day, somebody had a channel called so-and-so esoteric. And I thought that was cool that I wasn't the only one who thought that word wasn't a diss. You see what I'm saying? But let me lean forward so I can read the text. And I gotta fix this mic. The compressor's supposed to block out the noise. You can hear my computer fan and stuff like that, and breathing. You should be able to hear that stuff. Hold on. Oh, you said definitely a compliment. Cool. Like I said, I'm starting to use her words. Like I said, subscribe to that other channel that's in the chat room. Boombox. And let me get back to what, because she always brag about he don't. First she used to say he watches me and he be in my chat room, and then now she say he mentioned everybody's name but mine because he know. Well, he said she has nothing on me. Fuck that stupid biatch. That's a quote from Nature Boy. And now she's trying to play. She's live on Instagram trying to do cleanup. And she said, you can sue. You can sue her for defamation, right? She uses your name a lot in her videos. And he said, and I quote, word for word, she will destroy herself before anything happens to me. And let her keep chasing me. She's just a weak and pathetic woman. And he says womb man. And who needs some good DICK. And he said, but she ain't worth my time. You can do whatever you want to do with her. And this person said, she's running to new channels holders on YouTube to spread her lies on you though. And he said, again, she has no power. Now, I don't know if that's Nature Boy or not. If it is, then hey, you know what I'm saying? He said what he said. But if it's not, that's a good ass troll, because Latanya said, I know that's him because of the way he spoke and the way he texts. He is certain words that he used, and I know how he speaks, so I know that's him. That is spooky. You have no way of knowing if that's really him. You can only assume that is him. But the way he spoke of her made me believe it. Yeah, if a troll studies someone, they can mimic what their response would be. I mean, people do it all the time in comedy and stuff like that. I have 3 or 4 screenshots of what Nature Boy said about Latanya. So maybe you guys, I got 4 screenshots, I think. Let me see. Okay, I have 3 screenshots, and then I have another screenshot uh, about Northern Carolina wiretapping laws. Because you remember, she played all these secret recordings of people who trusted her and tried to make her feel included in something and tried to make her feel like she's a part of the group. But when they when they stopped agreeing with her and they wouldn't let her speak as much in the group conversations, she turned on all of them and played all these private recordings for 8 hours on her show, and then bragged about all the views that she got from it, which is totally out there. So I've only read one screenshot. I got 2 more to go. And thank you, Diva. Thanks for holding down the chat room. And I'm using one machine to read the receipts and one machine to play Latanya live. So I have to move my head from the mic just to look at the chat, but I'm going to figure something out. I don't have an assistant. This is a one-man show. I'm playing the drums, the guitar, the bass, the recorder, and the tambourine all at the same time. Did I play all the tracks I had set up? Oh, let me play this while I set up while I prepare to read more receipts and stuff like that. I will play another track that was requested the last time I was live. But yeah, it is crazy, man. It is crazy. Things are in motion. Things are going on in real time. I'm trying to troll and go live at the same time, for a lack of better words. Definitely like and subscribe, and definitely hit that other guy up, and where it says Boombox, or it looks like Boobox, but it's really Boombox. That's where it's really gonna go down. I'm gonna show you how to wire up Reason, Propeller Head Reason, how to get a better drum sounds and stuff out of Propeller Head Reason, all kind of stuff like that. We're gonna look at vintage keyboards, VSTs and stuff. I'm gonna show what's under the hood. I'm gonna show what I use to make the magic happen. Super edit. I don't know what that means. Do LJ Jones have super edits? I don't know what that is. So let me see if I can fix this mic too. Yeah, I mean, some people don't go as far as I do, but I can't help it if I read the manual. Don't get mad. Oh, this don't even have no compression on it. No wonder. Now let me see. Okay. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. I still hear that noise, that air noise. check two. Check two. Test one, two. Check two. Test one, two. Check two. Test one, two. Testing one, two, three. Testing one, two, three. Check, check, check. Here we go. Check, check, check. Here we go. Check, check, check. Apollo, this is Houston. Come in, Apollo 16. Apollo, this is Houston. Come in, Apollo 16. Apollo, this is Houston. One last time, or I give up. One last time. Testing one, two. One last time, or I give up. One last time. Testing one, two. One last time, or I give up. One last time. Testing one, two. Check, check. Check, check, check. I think we did it. Hold on. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check. Sounds good. No more noise. Right? Let me see. Oh no, see, he can't. He's not supposed to hear that. Ah. One, two. This is his lordship. Anyway, I think we got it. I'm just tripping. So the rest of the receipts. Damn it! I'm about to check my notes to get those compressor settings just right. But yeah, you know, I've been accused of so much stuff. It's crazy. So because of these messages, she tried to say that this proves that everybody's working with him against her, which it doesn't. But anyway, he said, if you want to take out trolls, then go for my real enemies. And he mentioned a couple of people, which we all know. We ain't got to go there. But he said, go for my real enemies. And he said, they are more of a challenge than LaTanya Jones. She sounds like an idiot with a lot of time on her hands. And you know what's funny? When she's over at Tony T channel, shout out to Tony T, because I'm listening. Whenever she says something crazy or outrageous, there's like a moment of silence. You know what I'm saying? There's like a moment of silence. It's hella cool. It's only for a half a second. But I'm trained to notice those things, especially when you're using, I used to use sequencers on hardware machines. And sometimes you would have to switch from one song bank to another just so you can have enough bars to do your song. Because if you're composing a track that's 2 beats every 16 measures, you can run out of 999 bars really quick. So you would have to attach 2 songs together so you can have at least a song that's 4 or 5 minutes long. But you wouldn't understand that unless you dealt with hardware equipment, drum machines and sequencers and keyboards and stuff like that. So anyway, it's just funny. It's just funny. It is funny. And this person said, I have respect for them. So whoever he mentioned that he said that was his real enemies, the person that was talking to him said, I have respect for them and they are not my enemies. So whoever was talking to him was keeping it 100. So the other thing is, are you going to seek litigation against her then? And he said, what do you mean legal? If I wanted to do something to her, then I would handle this myself. But she can do nothing to me. I did nothing wrong, and I don't have a record. So she could go live all she wants. It won't change her life anyway, and she will be in the same place forever. Forever. So the person that's corresponding with him says, I agree with you there, but I don't agree with her lying on you when the better of us can get accurate information on you, even though it doesn't have an immediate consequence to you, you should still seek some type of defense for the slander. So, somebody that's obviously an adversary who's really not in your corner but still trying to deal with you can still have a civil conversation and get answers, and still lightweight, very subtly, I don't want to use the word disrespect, but let you know continuously that I'm not feeling you, but I just thought, you might want to know this. You know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, and we don't know for the sure fact. Now, I do feel like whoever is portraying him is doing a really, really, really good job. But I feel like I have some. Now I'm sounding like her. I'm sounding like, oh my God, I'm sounding like her. I have some inside info that it is him, because he will keep the lines of communications open with people that's civil with him, even if you're his adversary. He will keep the lines of communication open because he's going to try to win you over. You know what I'm saying? And he needs to understand the temperature of what's going on towards him. You see what I'm saying? Just like police will buy dope on the street and not bust the dope dealer because they want to test the purity of the dope that's on the street. They want to make sure it ain't killing people, or try to figure out based on the ingredients where it could be possibly coming from. You see what I'm saying? So he's going to keep the lines of communications, good or bad, people who hate or like him, as long as they're civil with him. That's what I have observed. You see? Now, she has played recordings of me that was never released on anything. She have shown a picture of me that never been released. None of the pictures she had that she claims is me has never been released on anything. She can tell the judge and the police that she got it from a friend or somebody sent it to her, but that's not good enough. Those recordings was never posted anywhere on social networks, so you're going to have to answer to where those recordings came from, okay? And, you know, Northern Carolina wiretapping laws, Northern Carolina wiretapping law is a one-party consent law. Northern Carolina makes a crime to intercept. It makes it a crime to intercept or record any wire, oral, or electronic communication unless one party to the conversation consents. Okay? And penalties are anyone who violates federal or state recording laws may face jail time and a fine or even a order to pay damage in a civil lawsuit. Criminal penalties. A person who violates the Federal Wiretapping Act faces a possibility of a sentence and up to 5 years in jail, or actually in prison with a fine of $500 or both. Okay? And a person who violates a state law prohibiting secret recordings of conversations will face the penalty prescribed by the law. And you know what? You are in possession of criminal material. I have no idea how those three recordings, well, one of those recordings was obviously somebody hacked my phone, or somebody was listening in on a conversation. But the other two recordings, somebody was amongst me in my presence wherever I was and was recording me without my consent and sent that recording to her. Oh, shout out to the Notorious B, because I'm just reading the law. But look, if it make you feel any better, man, my father was stationed at Fort Bragg. I came to Fort Bragg as an infant, so I've been there. I breathed the air. I've touched the show. I shitted on my father's shoulders on the at the barracks when I was riding on my father's shoulders as a baby. The diaper leaked. See, so anyway, I got a connection with Northern California. I get a pass. I should get a pass, man. Grab me a pass, man. Virtually every state imposed some criminal penalty for violations of secret recording laws. For example, a person violating California laws faces a possible misdemeanor or a conviction, a 1-year prison sentence, and a $2,500 fine, because the cost of living in California is much higher, so penalties are going to be much higher. To live in California, especially Northern California, you would need a combined joint income of $150,000 a year just to live comfortably. We ain't even talking about high on the hog, just to live comfortably. Okay? So, well, I listen to everybody. I don't have any enemies. I know people have enemies and stuff like that, and people are in disagreement and have real beefs and wars with each other. But I was listening to Sheba's last live, Queen Sheba's, and that was the realest live she ever done. I must say that she said it. She said what she said. That was the realest live I've heard from her. Everybody have their moment where they have their "I have a dream" speech. Still I Rise or Yes We Can, The Ballot or the Bullet. Well, Queen Sheba last live was one of those types of speeches. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is, it's 2 or 3 years too late. You know? But I told everybody 2 years ago in a group, I said, hey, don't trust me. Don't trust you. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too comfortable. Just, just keep it cool and do what you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. Now, let me see if there's some lies going on right now.
So, hold on a second. Okay. I feel like some sticking.
And thank you for your contribution. It is deeply appreciated.
They never talk about the money, the donations, and how much he made in donations. They never talk about Keys $300,000 that he was giving him. They only want to talk about his loans. They don't want to talk about contacting the landlords and getting statements from them.
Hey, Keys willfully shared his money with Nature Boy, and if you don't have, you can't do donation fraud unless you have a fake group that you're trying to raise money for. I mean, she doesn't know about any of the amendments. I bet you she don't even know the 19th Amendment. What's important to me is the First, Second, and Fourth Amendment. I used to carry the amendments and Constitution. There's a really thin booklet that you could carry in your pen pocket, but it didn't look right with my thug urban gear, so I stopped doing it. But you have freedom to practice any religion you want. You have freedom of speech. You have a right to assemble. You also can be in a foreign country on the internet and say, fuck America. I got a problem with America, and if I had it my way, America would fall. You could say that because of freedom of speech. It's really freedom to tell on yourself. That's why I understand freedom of speech now, because now you could be identified because of your of what you say and labeled a extremist. You know what I'm saying? And I like how when people ask to contribute to the show, they don't just talk, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that too. I'll be more aware of the chat when I'm not using these devices for trolling. Let me pull the chat room back up. And also, like I said, I got Latanya live on the other device. And let's see if there's another live before we get into the weird stuff.
And I'm sleeping. But, like I said, you have to pay attention to everything. Not what you want to see, but what really is there. Everybody is so stuck on domestic violence, but that's not what's going to put them in jail. It's not.
Somebody in her chat room said, it's crazy how many people are invested in their lives. I'm confused as hell. I pray for you all. Now, the restraining order that she had, nobody noticed that the date was written in pen. That Velvet had the restraining order. The date was scribbled out or whited out with whiteout and replaced with ink pen. That ain't how the courts roll, and even Vic picked that out. And I don't know what kind of games that they're playing, but hey, like I said, yeah, that is their business. But I never was the one saying I was trying to get the dude put in jail. But there are people out there who get paid. You know, parole officers get $70,000. Bailiffs get money. Judge get money. Feds, state police, sheriffs, highway patrols, police, prosecutors, public defenders. Why the fuck would I be online trying to put somebody in jail for free? You know what I'm saying? Especially when they're going to do their own self in eventually. So I just observe, make people aware, and document. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do somebody else's job that's got more benefits than I have. No siree, Bob. So, eventually we all work. Oh, I'm way back in the. let me slide up. The crime community on YouTube. Yes. She can't even spell the 19th Amendment. And crime community is crazy. Sexy woman, titties out, talking about murder, butt banging. Yeah. You know what? I don't know if you've seen Don't Kill Cats, but that, you know, they were on a job on Don't Kill Cats. It's the same thing, trying to find a killer, but it was a real killer. He was killing cats live on camera. He was smothering cats, and then he finally killed a person. And they used the internet. He was doing it on Facebook or whatever. And then they finally, he filmed himself killing the cats. That's way different than carbonation. What's going on with carbonation, what LaToya is doing, is called a witch hunt. And when you do a witch hunt, that's when the person can play foul ball. That person can say, I'm being stalked and harassed. That is not how you play the game. When you see a detective have a possible murder suspect in the room, these guys know what they're doing, especially some of these veteran people. They know how to get results. They know how to starve you for water, how to sleep deprive you, how to run down your family background and talk to you. And I'm like, I've been watching that on TV, how these guys get the... but one thing in particular that threw me for a loop was Chris, who killed his wife and 2 daughters, but also Casey Anthony, because she was a like straight up liar, like just straight up, and the lawyer ain't shit, because they told that lawyer where that baby was, but they wanted the baby to decompose more, so the autopsy would be difficult before they told where the baby was buried, just so the case could be more in Casey Anthony's favor, which is sick. You know, I know some lawyers can be dirty, but when it comes to a baby, you know, how do you sleep at night? You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. And then there was an Asian girl who her parents put a lot of pressure on her. You might have seen this before. Her parents put a lot of pressure on her to get good grades and graduate. And she started messing with a boy who was kind of rough around the edges. He might have been a little dope dealer or whatever. And she put a hit on her own family. She staged a robbery. She was there. They tied her up. They killed her parents. And then, you know, she was asked to come in for questions, you know, and she had to demonstrate how did she untie herself to call the police. She was able to untie herself to call the police. So luckily, she was able to demonstrate it and grab her phone out of her back pocket. So the police deal with murder all the time. They deal with murder all the time. She's not a police officer or a homicide detective, so she don't know. She thinks she's so smart that she got everything covered. So the first thing they asked her was, why they didn't kill you? They tried to kill your mother and your dad, and unfortunately for her, her dad, either the mom or the dad, survived the gunshot wound to the head. So one of them passed, but one of them survived. So she was really messed up in the game. But she looked like she was this straight square. See, with them, you cannot judge. They ain't walking around with their pants sagging and tattoos on the face and every other word is motherfucker. No, this looks like a little docile, quiet, brainiac little Asian girl. But no, she's straight street. Her boyfriend, I mean, her parents is conservative and they wanted the best for her, but it was too much pressure. But her man was like a regular dude, just like, well, a street dude, just like, you know, a sister, you know what I'm saying. I ain't trying to go there, but when you look at her, you go, damn, that bitch killed her parents. I don't trust no bitches anymore. No, I'm just kidding. But the detectives was like, we know she did it. We just got to get her to say it, because they know that when killers kill people for robbery, they don't leave nobody alive. You could at least got them to pistol whip you or shot you in the butt. But no, they left you tied to a banister. They knew damn well that your ass was, and then they found out that, you know, you dropped out of school and you left home to live with your boyfriend, and you know that they had life insurance and property. That shit just fell into place. But Casey Anthony, her mother indulged her lies from high school. She lied to her mother about getting good grades, and she failed high school, and her mother was so embarrassed that she told her neighbors that she graduated with honors and threw a party for her. So her mother was reinforcing her lies. Now Casey said that she was being molested. They were so desperate to keep their daughter out of prison that Casey Anthony said her father was molesting her, and she had learned to keep a poker face at the breakfast table and act like nothing ever happened to her, and she became an expert liar. And I'm just paraphrasing. But isn't that a trip? The police deal with liars all the time. Casey and her dumbass daddy should have both went to jail after the bullshit defense. Yeah, but the lawyer too. There should be a moral. He should have broke some kind of moral code where he temporarily loses license or lose his license, because like I said, they had to confide in that lawyer. That lawyer had to say, you know what, I'm going to save you. I've done this before. I've helped so many people. We all make mistakes, okay? I'm not calling your daughter a killer, but I do need to know where the baby's at. Okay, I need to know. You need to be honest with me. I cannot tell anybody what you tell me. If you can't be honest with yourself, be honest with me. Where is the baby? And then he said, okay, the baby's over there. Well, let's give it 3 more. It takes, well, I don't know the accurate number. It takes 13 days for a body to decompose. So let's just wait 2 weeks, and then the body will surface. We'll tell them where to go. And then that way they can't do a decent autopsy, and we'll take it from there. And then we'll run this game on you being molested and always had to lie to cover up things through your childhood. You know, somebody need to do something to the lawyer. Anybody who deal with Casey after doing that is an idiot. And I'm sorry if I'm missing some of the statements, because like I said, I'm juggling a bunch of things at once. If you stream your crimes, the cat people will find you. Police deal with liars all the time. They are experts at dealing with liars. And man, whoever dealt with her on that level, I hope it works out. You know, when you die, a lot of insurance agents, lawyers, and doctors, and IRS agents going to have to answer to God. And God is going to tell them what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people are Catholics, so all they got to do is confess their sins, and on Sunday, and then Monday they right back at it again. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, they be marrying serial killers in prison, sending fan mail. You know what I'm saying? They made the case all about the daddy molesting Casey, which was unheard of up until that point. And so that the reason for her behavior, and lawyers are equipped that way. All others should be smart enough to see missing links and to connect the dots accordingly. I had a friend who I guess you could call him a friend and an associate. He was like a Suge Knight type. He was a Suge Knight type dude. He matter of fact, the newspapers did an article on him and referred to him as the next Suge Knight. And he robbed a armored car. See, look, if I give enough details, people are smart enough in my chat. See, my chat is the smart ones. I'm the one that don't know much. But in LaTanya's case, she's the all-knowing one, and the chat room don't know shit. But in my case, it's the opposite. So I'm gonna give you some details. An associate of mine robbed an armored car at a grocery store. The armored car person, now he was a rapper too, and him and his DJ was robbing the armored car, and it was a hot day. He was in a full jumpsuit. He was not dressed for the summer. He had on a beanie cap, full mechanic jumpsuit, sitting in front of the store waiting for the truck to arrive. Well, the truck arrived. They tried to do the robbery. They had a pickup truck waiting, so it was 3 people. The guy that I knew, the truck driver shot him from ankle all the way up, from the ankle up, without pulling the gun out the holster. He shot him 9 times, and he didn't kill him. So the person that I knew, my associate, sued the armored car company for excessive force. Only in America. And I also live in the lawsuit capital of America. So you got to do it. When you do it, you got to do it right. That's why people get killed or shot dead, because all hell breaks loose when people survive. So my associate survived. He had a $3 million settlement against the armored car company. But if he would have died, the driver or the shooter would have got a $10,000 bonus and an option for early retirement. You see how the world works? It's very strange. Now, let me tell you who defended this person, because we're talking about notorious lawyers, right? His lawyer was the great Melvin Belli. R.I.P. Melvin Belli. And just to let you know what level he's on, he lived on the street that only had 9 houses on that block. He used one house as an office, and then he used another house on that same block as his home. His office, which is a house, sold for $29 million. And then the same people who bought that house 2 years later bought his home, which is on the same block, for $32 million. And they own both properties. The street is called Broadway Street, right down the street from Nancy Pelosi. The nearest cross street is probably Fillmore. So around Fillmore and Broadway in SF. I love to learn, so when I want to learn something, I study it until I learn it. I'm obsessed with learning and cannot stop until I learn it. I'm the same way, especially when it comes to the technology side, the music and technology side. And not funny that he almost stroked, but the point is he saved to pay for college. Okay, I believe that the highest judge above all judges and God is God and nobody is exempt. Okay, I heard that. Boom, boom, boom. I think I got some of that. I got some of it. All right, so let me see what they're saying in Latanya's chat room. Baby girl, if they don't want to work with you, leave them alone. Just worry about your case and leave him alone. And she showed the paperwork and she has one, and that's why she's asking so he could be served. And you said very hurtful things about them. They probably just want to tell their own story. Makes sense, huh? Let's see what she's saying. Oh, she asleep. Well, bless her heart. Oh, just a few more seconds of this. Just a few more seconds. What's that other sound though? Sound like somebody peeing. Oh no, that's plastic. That's the plastic on the bed. That's what that is. Okay. All right, we had enough of that. So that was the snores of you know who. Now she fell asleep on her own show, but I'm the one that get, they say things about me and what I do and what I'm into or whatever. I'm a has-been DJ with issues or substance issues or whatever, but I've never fallen asleep on my show. I never go up and down in my energy, screaming to strangers, crying, fake suicide. It's not me. So anyway, yeah, she's gonna have her own channel. You know how you can listen to the rain or a waterfall on YouTube until you go to sleep? There should be the Bonnet channel where she's snoring and you listen to the snores to fall asleep. Now, this object on my screen, believe it or not, it's not static. It's not a picture. It can actually move. See there? You see that arm move? Look at that. Let me take the chat room off the screen. And yeah. Let me take the chat room off the screen. What else? Wait. We have an exclusive. Hold on.
Y'all go on and tell me every movie you're gonna make. Like I said, the man got eyes everywhere.
Oh, okay. She just talking in her sleep. All right. We'll just keep that on standby. 3 people in the chat. Okay. Now, this image is not static, it's moving. And let's mess around with this right quick. Now, this is the mannequin. It's neither male nor female. And I want to make 2 of them, and I want to identify this mannequin as, I want one to look more masculine and one to look more feminine. So let me see if I can duplicate the figure. Okay. Well, if this is going to be an issue, we may have to skip this part of the show. Yeah. If this is going to be an issue, I'm going to have to. And I like a little mood music when I'm creating. So what we're going to do, while I'm trying to make this character look more feminine, I'm going to play a track in the background, okay? And somebody requested this track the last show. This is His Lordship with my Soldier Love remix. And I just want to say that you only get one journey. You only get one chance. You only have one moment to experience love. So while you're on this earth, take that leap, take that chance, take that risk. Because once you achieve it, you never want to let it go. And you deserve it, just like everybody else. Be a soldier for love.
I've lost the use of my heart, but I'm still alive. Still looking for the light, the endless pool on the other side. It's a wild, wild west, doing my best. For the line of my faith, I'm looking to land of my devotion. In the front line of this battle of mine, but I'm still alive. I'm a soldier of love.
And we're black. This is his lordship. You know, we did a whole show without even using an intro. Who does that? We ain't even use a intro. Let me get busy one time.
You may violate you. You may desecrate you. You penetrate you. You may complicate you. Help me. I've broken up my insides. Help me. I've got no soul to tell. Help me. The only thing that works for me. Help me get away from myself.
This is his lordship with my soldier lover. All right, we're back. Back on the block. Everything is copacetic. Well, you know, when you're trying to run several systems at once, when you're trying to run animation software and LBS Studio and all this stuff, it can, you know, mess up the system. So I just wanted to show how you could take a plain mannequin that has no, I guess, you know, it doesn't, it's just a mannequin. It doesn't look male or female, but you can accent some of the parts of the mannequin, change the color to make it look more feminine. You see what I'm saying? So now it looks kind of bow-legged. It looks a little bow-legged. But, you know, yeah, we got it. We make it do the butterfly. So, but I don't think we gonna be able to do nothing fancy just because of the system. You know what I'm saying? But I will try to make one of a walk or something like that. I will try that. So we're going to try to make one of them do a pimp walk. All right. Who did you give the gyro intro to? I can't remember. Oh, okay, then she has it. Okay. Yeah, that was dope. That was a club banger right there. That was like a little house remix or whatever. So let's give the female mannequin the sexy walk, but at the same time, her proportions are not right because I stretched out her body. Let me see if I can figure out a way to fix that. See here. Yeah, bring her back down to earth. Maybe that'll work. So let's see. Let's give her a sexy walk. Okay. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. All right. Now, let's see what we can do. Uh-oh. 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 What's up with that? What y'all know about that? All right, look. That was accident. Look, I could make him have sex. I could make him look very human and put him in a sexual pose with anybody face on it, and it would look real. I could put bodies with hair and everything, face, and you'd be like, was that you? Was that really so and so? You know what I'm saying? So let's I'm just using mannequins so I won't spook nobody. So let's do the sexy walk again. What do you say? All right, let's try again. Sauce, sauce. There we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna loop it. We'll loop it. Is it? But we need her to walk a little more sexier though. That ain't hoish enough. We need like straight. You know. We need like straight Hollywood and Vine. You know what I'm saying? So let me look for the animator. Walk designer. That's what we're looking for. The walk designer. Coming right up. I'm glad that people are getting along and having fun and chatting peacefully in the chat room. I just want you to know if there's an update on LJ. She is sleeping peacefully. The snoring has reduced. Her camera is on and is facing the ceiling. So, yes, she's sleeping peacefully. If she wakes up and say anything remarkable, I will bring the audio back. We're coming to the last part of the show where we messed around with this animation. Yeah, sleeping beauty. Now, I'm using the walk designer. I'll pull it up on the screen. Do you see that? Everything about an animated character, there's a tool. The talk designer, walk designer, stuff like that. So we're gonna put we need more arm swings. My dog is talking in her sleep right now. She be spooking me when she do that though. We need more hip swing. And we need more stride. Okay. And I don't know if we need more. We need more sexy. We need more sexy, definitely. And when you use this stuff, you only need a little bit. We doing it for figure one. Boom. All right, let's see. Let me see if it works now. play. Here we go. Boom. Ah, hell nah. Nope. Alright. It's because the dynamics of the body, I changed the physical attributes of the body, so that's what's making it difficult. So I'm gonna have to make the, you know what I'm gonna have to do? Okay, I'm gonna have to make the other mannequin gender neutral, and what I'm gonna do is make this mannequin disappear. Okay, now I'm going to change the color of the other mannequin because it looks like, kind of looks like a male or whatever. So we're going to change it back to wood, where it's neither male or female. We don't want to confuse. It's just a mannequin. We don't want to confuse anybody. Now, let me get these guidelines out the way. Horizon line gone. Now, this mannequin, which is not a female or a male, but we're going to make it a female by the way it walks. Okay? Okay. Here we go. Oops, I should have moved that, but hey. Damn it. There we go. Where's the walk designer? All right. My dog be rambling in their sleep. All right, so we got the walk designer back up. Figure type. Let's see if there's a list. Nope, can't do that. What we're going to do? We want to do the pimp walk. We'll do the pimp walk. Close that. Close that. It's funny because there's no black, really there's no black animated characters. Let's see what we got. We're going to combine the sexy walk and the pimp walk. Here we go. Nope, that didn't work. Start over. So yeah, you see how much work goes into animation? And we're only dealing with like 30 frames. Uh-oh. No. Now I done deleted the character. Oh well. I think it's stuck. Oh well. Forget it. I'm done. I got very little patience. we moving on. Freezed up. I got to get my third serving of fettuccine and string beans and garlic bread. But it's been real. Some of this stuff I haven't used, I don't even know what's on it, like on this OBS Studio. I'm finna close the animation software. It's pissing me off. So anywho, yeah, it's time to eat. I got my third leftover servings of fettuccine. I want to check out the playback and stuff like that. But you got to see how I do my animation stuff. So if you see Intrinsic's new intro for when she's just making a video, then you will see that same animation. Not the same animation, but the animation model. You will see it holding a cube with her face in it. It's like 4 of them. It's kind of cool. So you can see the hard work that's involved in doing this stuff. And I use this also to do a lot of still imagery. Like when you use animation software, you don't have to have motion images. You can just create a scene, which I really like. And I just did that for a certain channel holder recently. I created a scene and it looks really cool. I don't want to say what it's about because I would ruin the surprise, but you can do a lot of posing in Poser. You can pose a lot of things. And if you're into Second Life, I don't know if anybody remembers Second Life, but if you're into Second Life, you can use Poser to create your characters and stuff like that. So I just want to say, Latanya's still asleep. And I want to say, okay, I will email that to you. It's in your, there's a link to Dropbox or whatever, but I'll email that to you. All right. And peace, love, peace, and soul train.
They hate on the YouTube streets. They don't want me to be. They all wanna have this beef. Yeah. But it really don't matter to me. Oh, you got me twisted. You got me fucked up. You really don't know me. Yeah. You got me twisted. Oh, you got me fucked up. You really don't wanna mess with me. Yeah.
You got me twisted like I'm flexible. Straight out of pocket like deductibles. Don't mess with Bill. That's great advice. You best to keep shit drill. I'm nothing nice. I stand my ground like I'm Gucci. Got me all twisted like I'm some type of goofy. Have you fucked up? Hit you so fast you don't know what's what.
I'm the YouTube streets. You got me twisted.
So thank you for tuning in to His Lordship live stream.